shit took a break. The tried to snatch my damn video, so I had to hurry up and cut it off. But what I was saying is, the melanated man is Jacob. The non-melanated man is Jack. You know, like Jack in the box. Jack came out of the box. Yeah, he came out of Pandora's box. That's why he used everything Pandora. That's how come, you know, Pandora. You know, I had heard of Pandora, like, as far as like everyone else, you know, Pandora's box, but I knew a little something else about it, like, you know, not to open it, I guess, like everyone else. And when you open Pandora's box, anything can drop out, you know. But I did not know that Pandora is the mother of all, and that when they opened up Pandora's box, they begin to drop out. But they did not drop out pink like that at first, because Inky and it was gold, and Pandora is black as tar. So, and Inky, they say Inky is as gold as the sun. You know, that's the only begotten son who fucked up shit. So, but after a while, the babies begin to look as pink as her. You see how pink she is? He has a yellow tint. Probably has something to do with the camera, light, or whatever. So, this guy, they came out, you know, like I said, you know, like yellow, but everyone in the galaxies, they thought that see, because they're not you know, they had to learn too. They had to go through a process to get to the process they are today, because shit started happening. It was a new thing. It was already a new thing to experience the flesh in the galaxies. So it damn sure was a new thing to fuck with DNA. So they start coming out yellow, and they will come out dark and purple, and I mean they come with many colors, and everyone thought, you know, in the galaxies, because that's what we were. We only come to like Earth to play games, you know. So like with our ships and make the lava run over, and we have tornadoes and shit like that, you know. Well, our ships are tornadoes, so. Like tornadoes, you know, because no one lived here, you know. There were certain places we didn't mess with, because, you know, it had a lot of greenery there. So we didn't mess with a lot of places, but we did have a lot of fun here. And if there was gold here, it's only because it's Pandora's womb. Well, this shit is kind of like backwards. Well, the story is more like crisscross episodes, as they said. Once Inky fuck with the DNA, all programs got fucked up. They've been trying to fix these programs for a long time, but shit, you ask me, this shit's worse and worse and worse. So, yeah, and so there was a time a baby came out. It was a girl. And she never did get her melanin, you know, her color. The reason also too, when they came in the flesh as melanated, that was so they can get down here, because if you are not melanated, you cannot get past the zenith nor the apex. And this is why, you know, the pigment wears these suits and shit like that, you know. That's how come when they, well, that's another story. Anyway, so she never turned piss color yellow or any kind of yellow, you know. She remained that color, pink. And then there were more and more and more, yes. And they were pink. And then Pandora and Inky also had some who had a tins of melanin, and they were kind of wicked too. Well, they didn't call them wicked, they said they were crooked, because, you know, like in the movie, the way they show it, you know, there's a certain way of doing things, and it's like the pink one, or it was even dark one too, because Inky was fucking with something damn, man, I don't know how to explain that. But in the movie, you just see him take something, put it in her navel. He takes something out, then he puts it in like this thing, and more so he passes you this, but not exactly. And then you see him do this and that, you know. And then you see the baby, and the baby is normal and everything, you know. But when they became pink, that's when, you know, no one actually knew what was going on for a long time. And what tore Pandora into the Isha of aNUNnaQU, what tore them apart is when she began to take her children to her chai. That's what they call it. But some people call it chi, you know. But my entities tell me it's chai. So when she began to take her chai to aNUNnaQU and them, you know, everyone, like I said, they didn't have, well, they were thinking of shit as they go along because this shit is new. And the children were crooked. The children, cause it's like they could not follow rules, you know. And they also thought that to follow rules was not a way to go. So it's just say like they would get out of line and just go and do something else. And they were kind of vicious, although the word vicious did not exist back then, I don't think. But in the movie, you see that they are kind of vicious. But there were some dark ones too, and some bright ones, you know, because he was fucking with her womb, so her fetuses, I guess. So when they were born, there was something wrong with them, but the pink ones. See, the ones who had what they call a tens of melanin, you know, it's not like your melanin is smaller or this or that, it may be thinner or something like that. I don't know. I really don't. I don't get into the science of that shit, and I don't want to debate. Then, so the melanated ones, they were able to go, you know, like to another planet or something, and they had to be like reprogrammed, I guess, you know, in their minds. They were able to take the program of what, you know, the pink man would say, oh, being is a bad thing. But when everyone is like a clock, you know, together, like a puzzle, so when we all work together, then we can get along better. Not only can we get along better, but we do a lot better, you know. So wow, you see that shit? I guess they need to see me. Oh wow. So but the pink ones, even when they were like what I would call sent away, like I say, these are movies. When they were sent away to another planet to learn or to be reprogrammed, I'm going to say that they could not be reprogrammed. You know, it's just like they have a Twilight Zone episode. You know, the pink people who do not have a nose like a pig, they would pay money, you know, to have surgery, so their nose could look like a pig, because, you know, that was supposed to be, you know, the beauty of things, you know, because pink people, they have skin like a pig, why not look like one? So, you know, look at that. See that pink ass skin? Wow, that's wow. Anyway, so yeah, so this is how they came to be, and then they went around to other planets, and they were like disrupting other. It's like everywhere they went, they trashed it. I kid you not. Everywhere they went, they trashed it. If you watch the movie with Will Smith, and it got something to do with the 4th of July or some shit, and Will Smith is dragging the alien. As Will Smith is dragging the alien, he is saying, you know, this is your 3rd planet. Every planet you've gone to, you did nothing but trash it. and you want to trash this one too, or some shit like that, you know. But that's what he is saying to the alien, and it's just so awesome to me. The alien looked as though he had dreads, you know, because they always like to make who they are enemy of. They are enemy of everyone. They like to have the one who they are enemy of look like a beast, or to make them out to be beast. You know, like to send Yahweh Ben Yahweh to jail and try to pin all those charges of child abuse on him, but no one came forward to say, oh yeah, he was fucking my child. I thought that was real dumb, and I'm like, when I read that stupid shit, it was, and then you know, one of them said, someone else hear about it, they'll say it, then a black motherfucker hear about it, he'll say some stupid shit. You know, and but when I read it, and you know, I read it more than once because more than one person wrote about it, and one guy, his name was Ross, he wrote about it, and they could not find anyone to come forth and say that my Abba had did these things. And as I read it, you know, I thought to myself, and so my Abba is having sex with your 3, 4, 5, whatever, your daughter, you know, who is underage. Even if he was having sex with an 18-year-old, he was supposed to be celibate, and you knew he's not celibate, and you allow me to bring my children there, my daughters. And my third daughter, I'm not gonna tell the story, but she sat on my Abba's lap because he decided. Well, I left her in the temple. Okay, I left her overnight in the temple. I did go look for her. I couldn't find her anywhere. She had fell asleep during the Feast of Tabernacles and whatever the story is. I left her there, and they found her in the morning, and they went and got Yahweh Ben Yahweh. You know, I was looking, man, I was looking high and low for my baby. I couldn't find her anywhere. But I knew she was safe. Something just kept telling me, don't worry about this, don't worry about that, she's safe. So it's in the morning, and I go back to the temple, and everyone there is talking about how someone left a baby sleep in the temple. And wow, I already knew it was me. And so, you know, when I got there, my Abba didn't say anything to me, but he had given my third daughter a banana. She loved bananas. Man, she even walked because she wanted that banana, so she walked to get it. She's been walking ever since. And he gave her a banana that we grew ourselves. And after he gave her that banana, she kind of like no longer wanted any bananas. But what I was saying as far as the child abuse, you know, child molestation, child rape, bullshit put on my Abba, he held my daughter on his lap, and no one telling me that he's fucking your baby, and then you just stayed there with him while he fucks your baby. Who does that stupid shit? I was anyone would fuck my baby, and I know outright that he's fucking my baby. I know outright he's fucking my baby. You think he's still being wrong? Psst. You know, so that was a lie. They had many lies on my Abba, and because they were my Abba's enemy, my enemy was not their enemy. Now they're turning into aNU, aNU's Isha, Inky, and Enlil, and to the Bat, who is the Bait, who is daughter. Her and Enlil are twins, born on this planet. You know, like the first ones of the aNUNnaQU or whomever to be born on this planet. And others, they had offspring also born on this planet. But aNU, Enlil, and aNTU, the daughter, were born here. And aNTU is not the real names. They got the names by, somehow it goes in a way where it sounds as though they're saying, and them two bitches. And them two bitches, and somehow they got the name aNTU. You know, like aNTU bitches. And Enlil, he got the name because he was, you know, like, and that little motherfucker right there, you know, because they hated aNU because aNU did not like him, but he lies and said it was Enlil, but it was not Enlil, because Enlil, okay, when Pandora took her babies to Enlil and N2 and aNU. They just thought that, you know, because she is from Jupiter, blackest star, and he is from the clusters, because it's really not a planet, they are clusters, and he is from the clusters of Pleiades, that maybe that's why the babies is like that. But Pandora's like, no, they are crooked, and she sat down and she explained it to them. But I did not see Pandora in the movie, and no one ever played Pandora. You know, it's just like they will tell the story of what happened, but they never even used the name Pandora. You know what I'm saying? They never used the name Pandora. But I knew that when they told the story, I knew that Inky's wife was black, you know, because she was from Jupiter, and Jupiter is the planet of dark. When they go into the flesh, they are dark skinned. And when you go into the flesh, it's more so like imaginary until, you know, we came down here. You know, it's, you know, because now when I travel, I can go home and I leave the flesh behind. Mostly anytime I go traveling in my flesh, you know, I can see my flesh, I can see my brothers, you know, I can see my mate back in that time, or whatever is going on in that time, because I am on this planet. But when I go home, I used to only go to Pleiades. I mean, you know, I would go visit, you know, the other planets, you know, but just for a few minutes. Well, I don't know if it was a few minutes, you know what I'm saying? Because there's no time, you know. So, but I mostly stayed on Pleiades. But once Pandora came, I like going on Jupiter. Is like, wow, it's like, I just like going on Jupiter. And, you know, I like, now, aNU can also come to Jupiter, you know, because now they have mended their ways, and now all I have to do now is just see if I can talk Pandora into forgiving Inky. But I don't blame her, because I mean, he created these things here, and now they're lying on aNU and them. Now they're lying on them. They're telling you the truth, but they're lying at the same time, because Inky did create them. He's just not telling the truth about how. And if I know how they were created, I know they know how we were created, because you know, the pink people, they have the patterns for mind control, so I know they know what goes on in my mind. Like when Snitty came out with that book, I was kind of like, damn, can they hear, you know, my thoughts? You know, do they know I'm traveling? And then, man, when I found out about targeted individual, I said, hell yeah, they know everything. They know everything. They even knew I had a certain power that I don't know that I have. And so I can use it, and I just don't know how, you know, it's being done. And like, or when things will happen. I just know I can use it, but I want to learn to get stronger, so I can go up the wire, and whoever programmed it, or whoever's machine it is, or however they do this, and I can choke the shit out of them to make them feel like me. But to know I will be invisible, no one will see me, and I won't do it by wires. I'm just going up their Wi-Fi. You know, they have these little beams you can't see. I'm just going up that invisible wire, and I'm going to invisibly choke the fuck out of whoever is on the other side. And I can see it. It's like someone does a Hammerlock maneuver, because they think whoever it is, they think that person, you know, maybe swallow some food and something. No, bitch, I got you around your neck. I'm gonna choke the fuck out of you. And then the other one, I want to come and just like hit them real hard, you know, just spirit energy on the fucking hands, you know, to fuck the hands up. I mean, I really want their asses. I really want their asses, but I don't want any fingerprints. I don't want nobody. I don't want nobody. Nobody do I want. I do not want to have a body. I want to be able to do this by going up the wire, and I know I can do it because they got this technology from Politis. When they did. That's another story. But aNUNnaQU didn't come down here and give it to them. No, they did not. And that's another thing the pink motherfucking caveman wants. He wants everybody to be like him, a warlike fucking creature, or just to play tricks on people for fun. That's what they do. They call it pranks. They will go and fart it. This pink dude, he went and farted in the black man's face. That black man beat the shit out of him. And the black man possibly went to jail. Because the black man beat the shit out of him with a body. With his fist, and that it would be abuse or assault. I don't know, they took in consideration that pink motherfucker came and farted in his face, and then they call that a joke. That's just playing. It's a prank. And that's why I say I could never give with one of them, because my sense of humor is not like theirs, and their sense of humor will have me in prison. Because I would fuck their asses up. And then there's another one where the girl, she's doing a prank. She has a melanated boyfriend with his dumb ass. And she's shocking him with a taser gun. The police ain't even shocking you, you stupid black motherfucker. But that pink bitch is. I know what it is to be stunned by a taser. Them bitches tased me once. When one of my entities was beating one of their pink wanna be a guy popo bitch.
Well, it's interesting. I think it had to do with how their bodies were adapting to the gravity field. We were talking about gravity in the first session, and it seemed to be. Imagine you're an advanced genetic being, and then you go to this planet, gravity is this amount. You go to this planet, gravity is this amount. And you possibly need to change your structure to be able to accommodate the gravity. They seem to have that in their DNA that we don't.
They seem to have that in their DNA. We don't. It's melanin. And they do not have it. They are 12 standards. They won't tell you that shit. They can tell you all this bullshit, but they won't tell you this bitch is a 12 strand. And we're getting into 21 minutes. Shit talking like he wrote.